Basically, we're gonna watch this. I've lived in both cities and farms, so I don't know which one's better. It's super gay. I get why you don't want to live in farm. If you don't like the video.
Have you fixed it
so
yet?
Far.
No.
Yeah.
How much longer will it take? A moment.
Bro.
When your sister arrives tomorrow, we won't be working, so you know.
I know. Brother.
We still need to fix the chicken coop. Who would have thought it would have that kind of strength? How hungry must it be to chew up the wood like that? Right.
Chew up the wood?
Are you done? Yes.
Oh, it's an animal that wasn't a chicken. Reading books, yeah, because there's no service, right? Yep. What was he doing before? He's sowing some seeds or something, right? Yep. And he's in a wooden house.
Well, everything is done. We can finally rest. Tomorrow, there won't be time for anything. Yeah. Do you think she'll show off the guy she's found? It's possible. Let's hope so. My legs are getting weaker. You'll have to handle all of this by yourself. Can you manage? Do I have a choice?
No.
If she meets some wealthy man from the city, he'll have to help us somehow. Maybe you could open a workshop here. A workshop here? Why not? There's no shortage of customers. There are more people in the city. Oh, Come on with the city. We've already sent one child to the city. The second, what for? Well,
he doesn't want to get left behind because he's old. But it is what it is. You have to not leave them behind, I guess. Because that's messed up, but you can't be stuck to them forever. You know, eventually they have to leave. Children have to leave because the parent's going to get too old to even care for, you know. And then you have to, well, they wind up not being there with them. The parent looks on the rocking chair with his wife or by himself, and that's his life. But the child has to expand eventually. You can't just stay in the farm, you know. Or get visit, you know.
I don't know. I studied for something, didn't I? And
maybe close by to help out, you know.
That's why you're needed here. Besides, with the city, we've already sent one child to the city. The second, what for? Well, I don't know. I studied for something, didn't I? And that's why you're needed here. Besides, I don't even know how much longer I'll be here. Who will take care of all this then? We need to make...
That's not important. That's not his life. It's your life, you know.
Some tea. Besides, I don't even know how much longer I'll be here. Who will take care of all this then? We need to make some tea.
I knew where to find you. I missed you.
Me too. You don't walk around the city in clothes like that, do you?
No, of course not. It's dark burgundy. My hair.
Oh, I see. How is it there?
It's different, although there are a bit too many people.
Yep, there's a lot of people.
Is there any city guy for you?
I don't really know.
Dad keeps asking if you...
I know.
For girls, it must be different because they have to deal with a bunch of guys catcalling them or something if they're pretty, yeah.
So, Dad said that if you finish... Is there any city guy for you?
I don't really know.
Dad keeps asking if you...
I know.
So? Dad said that if you finish your studies and don't find a job, he wants you to stay there and find someone.
And how will I support myself?
Same as always.
I still wear it.
You didn't throw it away?
It was from you.
Don't even remind me of that.
Do you remember how Dad yelled?
Yeah, what was it? For 300, I can buy You didn't throw it away?
It was from you.
Don't even remind me of that.
Do you remember how Dad yelled?
Yeah, what was it? For 300, I can buy 60 liters of fertilizer. Although we never fertilized, just relied on old Shelly. Do you want to say hi to her?
Why not?
That's when they were young, right? It was not. What's it? What? I don't get the city life. Is it Korean or?
I left you a present by the bed. We'll be able to see each other more often that way.
His girlfriend or his girlfriend? His sister?
You know, I thought that if you don't want to do this, you can always.
And who will take care of Dad, Mum's grave, and Shelly? Don't look at me like that, silly. Everything will be fine. Go, do things that I can't.
It's a cliche.
I'll handle things around here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Boy, it was just a sacrifice for the good to go to the city. It is what it is, man. A sense of injustice only will do anyone. You allow it to. Yeah, true. That's true. It's a hard lesson to learn in life. The hardest one, I think. One of the hardest ones. You can't let it be like, it's not fair that she's in the city and I have to work for my dad. Oh, then when my sister went to college, I was like, how come I don't get to stay in the city when she gets to do what she wants and whatever
Listen,
she wants?
I get it. I used to play Legacy Brands too. Then I saw the light. Tacoma.
And then she didn't learn about what life was because she didn't experience the city life in college or high school. She experienced it in the farm. And, I mean, she lived in the city, but she never knew what the real high school experience was in a city, you know? That's hard. And actually high standards of learning in high school. Over here in middle school, they could basically give her higher grades because she was a reformed individual, maybe, or not really, but she was a girl, basically. Not being sexist, just look, like, if you see her face, you expect her to get high grades, you know? A girl, like, that always combs her hair properly, very meticulous, like a bank. She was a banker, dude. Like a girl who would, like, do everything just to make the boss happy, you know? That kind of person. I mean, I try to give them satisfaction, but not like, you know, not the satisfaction, right? You know what I'm saying? Not in a sexual way either. It's like, but you go out of your way, even sexually, to give a boss satisfaction just to get the job, you know? I'm not saying she was a gold digger, but she wasn't messing with no broke fellas. I think she never went outside. I never seen her go outside when we were in the countryside while she was with us. Only in her car, and seldomly at that, with her friends only, never by herself. So she never knew what life was about, like city life, being in the city. Like, she never, you know, did any sort of exercises. It's like, I know that I'm being really rash about my sister, but, I mean, she's very, like, closed off. It's like, that's why she never wanted to, you know, spend time with people. She was a city girl, basically, pretending to be a country girl. And I'm a city guy, but I don't pretend to be a country person. I know where I'm from. I know I'm from the city. I know how it is in the big bad city. And I'm in the countryside regardless, but it's not my choosing. I don't pretend to be something I'm not. I'm a city dude, Even though I don't shave my face, I know what the city's like. I know it's cold, so shaving your face is just counterproductive. Also makes your hair growing shorter, I learned, because my eyebrows were plucked on the left side and the right side when I was a teenager, because I thought they looked weird. And when they didn't grow back, I was like, fuck. No, for real. So I wouldn't pretend to be from the countryside, because, it's stupid to do that. Like, you can tell by your accent, why are you pretending to be something you're not, If you were born in the city and you were adapted to it, I guess maybe she had less time in the city, but she became someone else after she came here. And I didn't, Like, she would start doing her eyebrows weird. The people she talked to were strange, Like, she'd be so, like, up her own ass and interested only in herself and only cared about what she was doing. Anyone else was not a priority to her, and that made me sick to my stomach. Unfortunately, my mom preferred her, and that's where we are now. The family is a broken place because my mother made a stupid decision, and she hates me now. My mother hates me, basically, because I told her that she was wrong and I was right, and now she hates me that I'm right. So yeah, the city life is good if you have money, but you have to live in the country because eventually you get old and you start. Oh, she's watching over me. Look, but guess what? She's not really caring about me either way. I could tell. That's why I talk about her like the way I do, because she would do the same to me if I wasn't here. But she would do it even worse. She wouldn't even care. That's even worse than talking shit. You know what I mean? That's the difference between city life and country life. City life is not talking shit. I mean, city life is talking shit, but country life is ignoring everything. I'd rather live a empty city life than a life in the countryside where I don't care about anything at all. At least in the city, I'm trying to make friends and make people happy. In the countryside, you never earn anything. You live in the grass. You literally eat corn every day. It's like, what's the point of being around that kind of environment where everyone's just unstable, Reminds me of her. Like, why would you pretend to be from the countryside, You're not from there, Like being Mexican. Like, I get it. I'm Mexican too, but we're not pretending to be like from the ranches, But she would do that. I'm like, yeah, we never experienced that. We did here in Bridgeton, but it's not like the same. It's not the country scene. It's like suburban, a little bit suburban in the main city area, and then a little rural in the outside skirts, but outskirts. But it's not like we experience like looking at wild animals. The only wild animals here are foxes and rabbits. It's not like we're looking at wolves or anything. You know, nothing deep like that. Nothing like that can tear us apart. That's country living. Coyotes, stuff like that. Big game. That's what they actually do. Like, hunting. You know, wrestling fish with your hands. I don't know. There are snakes here, but and yeah, it's kind of bull because I would never want to pretend to be from the country, bro. It's not a way to live. It just isn't. But you would pretend just to look good. I don't know. She would never do the things a country person actually did. She just wear the clothing. Reminds me of that Beyonce album, dude, where she dresses country or was it Rihanna? I don't know, one of those two. And it's like, why you pretend to be something you're not? Like, I don't pretend to be this know-it-all city guy, but I know that city life is actually superior because you're not constrained by what's it called? Well, you are kind of chained into, like, I'd rather live in a suburb where there's less people but more space, but also more people and less space, if you know what I mean. Like a place like, not like this, not a deadbeat suburb, but like a place with a lot of open space, but also like a park, a lot of parks, but a lot of also people with people that are not in those parks, and people that are both in those parks and not in there. But like space to run in, and then space to not run in if you need to. Just wind down and like go shopping or be with friends. Because not everyone likes to run, right? But the city life is better because you don't have to deal with animals or ticks or people who hate their life because they have to drive everywhere and they're scared of people who are from the city or scared of what the people that are like not part of you, like not like them basically. Like you're not you're not a you don't know how to talk to them. You know, they're very ignorant people. Like that's why they're from the countryside. That's what it's the ignorance versus intelligence. The city's intelligent. I'm not saying that all country people are stupid and all city people are intelligent, but or yeah, that's what I mean. Like I don't mean that, but I'm saying that if you're from the city, you're generally more aware. You know, aware of people, mannerisms, but also you're aware of fake people. In the city, everyone's fake. You've been to both the city and the country, though. I mean, you know how ignorant people can be and how smart people can be. So it's the best of both worlds. But I rather take the city world 60% over 40% for some reason. You know, just better structures, but not as much people. You know, there's a limit of people. You do want to be friendly. 60 to 40. That's basically how nice I am in my life. But yeah, I mean, that's what they told me in the place, insane asylum. And they were like, "You're 58% nice." And I'm like, "Okay, if you say so." I kind of don't see it, but I understand why I would say that. I'd say I try to be decent as a person, but you have to hold on so you can, right? But also, that's bullshit. They told me that other things that I didn't want to mention, but I won't mention them here. But it's like bullshit because you live in the city and the country, but you have to pick one. No, you can pick both, right? And it's like there's rare places like that, safe havens. But my family would never understand that. They'd be like, "Oh, you have to live here. We have to live there. Opportunities. My sister lives nearby. Why do I care? Move somewhere where it's actually beneficial for the family. Where you can pay rent without suffering in the suburb in the rural areas like where we're near to. Just because your sister lives near here doesn't mean that we have to want to live near here. What makes you have to go to your sister? Same with my sister. I say that all the time. I'm like, why couldn't we have just stayed in the city? It's because your husband stopped paying you and go find a cheaper apartment. I don't really care. I mean, I wasn't suffering back then. I wasn't dying. So what's your excuse? But single mother failed me, of course. I mean, couldn't be with my father, could I? That guy was strict, but I understand his strictness, I guess. But my mom would not care if I talked to myself, so I feel like I'm better with my mom. Because if I talk to myself and my dad, sounds to be like, "What are you saying? Who are you talking to, you weirdo?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, my video." And he'd be like, "Why are you posting videos about us?" And I'd be like, "I'm not you." And he'd be like, my mom would be like, "I don't care about it. As long as you don't post my face or whatever, my voice." So, I mean, there's plus of both worlds, but I'd rather be with my dad now that I think about it. But what would I be doing? I wouldn't have pursuing my passions. If I sang, I wouldn't be accepted. If I played soccer, I would be accepted, but he would limit my time outside. Like if I wanted to do anything else but soccer, I wouldn't be able to, because he would be closing that door on me. So I guess you have nothing over there. You have nothing over here. music, soccer, and video games. If I played video games, he would hate it. The only thing I have is video games here, you know? There's no soccer here, no soccer culture in my place, and also no music culture. Well, it's even worse than the culture over there, right? But of music, but I guess the music isn't that bad here either. It's very stupid. I feel like New York music is better, but I mean, I haven't really heard any music that's different here than what I usually hear. Because I hear music that's not exactly acceptable here. It's very really creepy music. Not because it's creepy apocalypse times, though. And the brainwash generation of Gen Z wants to do damage to everyone. Because the music here is generally stupid. I've been around the hood here, and it's all people's stupid music, so I think in New York it wasn't as bad, you know? I feel like they had more variety, but the trade-off is you gotta play video games in peace. In city life, you can't do that because you're constrained in these four walls, but as long as you're in the center of a video game room, you don't have to worry. But, I mean, that's what gives you something to do, you know? It's not that you want to be there, but what do you even do otherwise? Lie down on the floor in your little apartment room, you know? And here you have a little more space. But there's nothing here, you know? Video games, so you can play video games here. But the thing that really pisses me off is that I guess there's no space in the city to move your legs. That's what really makes me angry, you know? If I want to move diagonally, there's nowhere to move, you know? Sideways, zigzags, running, sprinting, and then moving straight again, and back and forth, going in circles and shit. You can't. The streets are too small, narrow, so I don't know why, but anyone who needs space, I think everyone is human, has to be, not in the city. Cities are a construct to kill all the humanity, to make them into burgers, eaters, and then apartment dwellers. But I mean, I think the countryside is also kind of rigged, of course, but not kind of. It's rigged, of course, but rigged to a point where it's like, oh yeah, country is like the way to go. No, it's not rigged like that, or rigged that is not the way it is or isn't. Both. I'm saying it's rigged because the country has no equipment. You need to travel, basically. Find a really good spot and a place where you can actually go back and forth through the city and the countryside. That's safe. So somewhere up in North New Jersey, probably, I think. But I think that's where rich people live, though. You gotta find a good balance of spot. But I think that you need to find a place where you can find equipment. You know, like actual on-brand equipment. Not like this cheap brand that my mom always buys stuff like. I don't know what she wants, man, but like, you're satisfied with this kind of living? I would not be. My sister didn't suffer for this, and I didn't suffer for that. Just for you to move us out when the moment's right for us, you know. That's why my older brother doesn't stand there, because she moved us out from the city to this countryside area. And he's mad his life went that way, you know. He wished he would have had an opportunity in the city. Some people prefer the city. My brother doesn't, but he's happy where he is, but I think it resents my mother because she didn't care about him or his education. It's like mine. But especially not his. I think she didn't care about mine either. She only cared about my sister's because she was like, oh, I'm going to pay for her college because she has higher grades. Or she's a girl. Or I want her to succeed because she's a girl and I see myself in her shoes. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Well, you're not here anymore, but I'm still talking about you and I don't care. What I'm saying is, older brother sees this, he's going to be so pissed, but I don't really give a fuck about him either. Because, you know, they're assholes to me. And, basically she only cared about her and her little daughter. And, the little boy that she's raising right now is 16 years old. He's my half brother. And it's bullshit because me and my other brother, I mean, we try our best. I mean, especially me, and the other kid's not even trying, and he's gonna get college or trade school paid for, everything, the whole book. When I have when I was poor, I didn't have anyone vouching for me. And I wanted to do a 4-year college term in New York, bro. You know how hard it is to actually be committed to that. And my mother's like, no, you can't do that because we're too poor. But she moves out here, does all this stupid renovation, doesn't even fix anything, moves into this rat hole in Bridgeton, and then we have to start new and then make a new apartment, pay for rent again to go to Bridgeton. What, lower quality of life? When my sister can succeed because she's Latina and I am not considered as Latino as she is. So I'm in between where there's no fucking mercy for people like me. Basically, in Bridgeton, she can hide behind the fact that she's a dark skinned or Latina. Like, look at her. She looks like an ordinary girl, right? Compared to me, I don't look like that. I look like a kid in a man's body. She looks like a normal person. That's also partly why my mom wanted her to succeed. But that's not the point. The point is that I don't fit into the Latino culture like that. I feel like I talk too eloquently to be considered part of them. It's not just that. It's like I wasn't raised like that. I mean, my nose isn't the typical nose. It looks more like, pointy. It doesn't look good now. But before, when I was healthy, I had a good nose and I had a good face and everything, right? I was just short. That's the really only thing. And I was Hispanic. Well, I'm not an ethnic cell. I'm just saying people prefer other kinds of people. I don't really care about that. They call us distract people. That's not true. And if you see me, I mean, I kind of have thick eyebrows, but it's not a problem. I mean, it's not like it's the worst thing ever. And we all have body hair, unfortunately. But we can't all look like the girls with small eyebrows or the guys with small eyebrows. So for all, we get them done anyway. Well, not really, but just find a girlfriend and have kids that have thinner eyebrows. I mean, you can live through them, but that's not the problem. Well, yes, yeah, it is, but it's a problem for you because you're never going to find one if you have thick eyebrows. But I mean, it's not like it's that bad for me, but regardless. Let's say I didn't have a unibrow, right? Alright, moving on. So my sister got dragged here, and she loved it because she hated the city because I think she thought men were objectifying her or something. Like my mom felt the same way, but no one actually liked them. You know, I guess my sister might have had more luck, but I mean, they had like stupid guys basically, and my sister wanted to move here because she wanted to find people more like her, which are Latinos. I'm like, yeah, that's something you care about. I don't really care about race. It's like, she's like, I need to, like, I'm like, I have a preference, right? But I'm not racist. And she's like, you're racist just because you don't like certain people like me. And I'm like, that's not my fault you're ugly, Shrek people. Just kidding, but for real, I don't mean it like that, but she is ugly compared to like me back in my day when I was young. We were the same age. She was chopped, and I was basically a Chad. I wouldn't say a complete Chad, right? Because I'm not tall. I don't mog. I don't get bitches, right? But Chad, short version of Chad. You can say short Cristiano Ronaldo or short Justin Bieber or whatever. Justin Bieber with a darker skin tone, or like short Cristiano Ronaldo. But the thing is, like, still, you have a Chad mentality, and that's what matters. But being a Chad is based on your looks. I look more attractive than any fucking guy that I know back in the day when I was healthy. But my sister was and also when I wasn't as old. But my sister was like, "Oh yeah, we should move here because your sister lives here and they make good food." But she never tried any other food. She was just not open to things. And that's the fatal mistake my mom made, moving here with her stupid ass family's sister, and who didn't treat her like shit, but she still comes here to find her. But also, my sister wanted to move here because she saw it as an opportunity to not be scared about people, and people hate other people, go to the countryside. That's why I avoid the countryside, you understand? And yeah, we got stuck living here, and my sister enjoyed it because she didn't have to deal with people, but I didn't because I like people. I think people are cool. I think I like talking to them. Like I like to experience different things with them. Not like in a cliche, um, love, laugh, live kind of way, but like just in a good way, like healthy, sane, and cooperative way, cohesive way, basically cohesive. I meant to say not cooperative, but cooperative is part of it. But I wanted to cooperate with them because I wanted us to go back to the city, not actually commit to this countryside shit. Because it's like shit here. There's nothing doing, nothing. Not even like any food for birds to eat. What do you think a bird's gonna catch a mouse? Only the big ones. Yeah, you hear birds chirping, but there are also not as many. Like you don't feel a sense of ease going through the countryside. You feel like it's all like trailer parks, basically. And like look at the nature. There was no nature in the United States, at least. And even if there was, it's dangerous nature. Ticks. No one told me about the ticks. About starting ticks and insects in the woods. But also, just no one to enforce the law, basically. But not just that. It's just a very open place with nothing happening. Like the people here are just like backwards. They're like, oh, I don't like city people who try to get there fast. And that's what pisses me off so much. The city, they were fake, but at least they did things right. They progressed and they made lives for themselves. I'm sure we might have been there temporarily, but I would have loved to be nearby the city. Maybe not in the city, but near a park where it's open. Not near even a city. Like a suburb with open space, but with also stores. That are actually a lot of stores there. On the other side of the bridge or whatever. Or the other side of the highway. Like going or crossing a stretch of land, like a few miles, being like, oh, this is where I can get my stuff I need. Basically, like the Russians going into China every day to get the Chinese food and coming back to Russia. You know? Because the border is right next to each other. Supposedly, that's what they say. Yeah, so basically, we moved to this crap place and they enjoyed it. Because they don't like talking to people, I think. What did I say? I don't know what I said.